Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to our daily dose of success God's way. I have something in my eye. This is Erin Harrigan, your Hustle with Heart coach, helping everyone attain results for total health and wealth with Arbonne and helping entrepreneurs align results to God's truth. I was a little bit all over the place in my Bible this morning, and what I always find fascinating when I spend time with the Lord, which is a consistent daily practice that all of us as God-centered entrepreneurs should be doing first and foremost, is everything kept bringing me back to this concept that the mind is the primary spiritual battlefield. And throughout Scripture, we are called to renew our mind. We are called in Philippians 4:8 to think on things that are lovely and I know I'm paraphrasing, virtuous and that sort of thing. We are called in Colossians to set our mind on things above and not below. We are called in Romans to not be conformed to the ways of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our mind. And there are two really important pieces about this. First of all, that the Bible really is the foundational piece of nonfiction work that talks about mindset before all of the other books in the world. So if the Bible is your main go-to resource and that's all you're reading right now, that is so totally okay, because it really is the original personal development instruction book. But we also have to take action in the renewal of our mind. We can't just read it and then not go do anything with it. We have to be putting ourselves in situations where we encounter the opportunity for challenge and for practice. Because as we step out boldly as God-centered entrepreneurs and really do the work that God has called us to do, we will face opposition, because the last thing the enemy wants us doing is capturing hearts for Jesus. And we have that ample opportunity as entrepreneurs who are building businesses that honor God and serve His people. So we really do have to be out there in action to encounter the opportunity to practice renewing our mind and to practice being in the godly mindset. So I just want to read a couple of things to you. In 1 Corinthians 2:16, it says, "For who has known the mind of the Lord that He may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ." And this is what Dr. Charles Stanley's commentary says. In Jeremiah 33:3, God said, "Call to me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know." There are things that are hidden to us because of our limited human perspective. However, God knows all, and He has given us the privilege of knowing His holy mind. Therefore, we should focus our thoughts on the holy and acceptable things of Christ so we can begin to see and respond to the world as He does, with truth, righteousness, and in accordance with His will. And then I'm going to take you over to Romans, which everyone I think kind of knows this passage, but I want to give you the commentary around it because I think it is just so powerful. So this is Romans 12:2. "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God." And this is what Dr. Charles Stanley says: transformation begins with our thinking. Where have you heard that before? Like 1,000,001 personal development books. But again, it all stems from the Bible. With our consciences that are committed to listening to and obeying God's, our minds are renewed as we study His Word, and our hearts are changed as we submit to Him. We do not merely try hard to sin less. We learn to depend on Him, observe His commands, and trust Him to mold us into the people who please Him. And this next piece is so key to being a God-centered entrepreneur. It is then we discover how awesome it is to live in the center of His will, because it is life at its very best, and there is nothing in this world that compares to it. So on this Monday, this first Monday of June, maybe this is a fresh start for you in your business. I know for me it is. Today is day one for me as I approach my Arbonne business with a renewed passion for what it can do for the world. How are you keeping God at the center, and how are you battling the challenges of mindset? Because that is the battlefield that the enemy wants us to be mired in. And only through really being in the Word daily can we lean in and know God's character and be able to overcome those challenges. But He will give us the opportunity to practice. And so we need to be out there in action so we have the opportunity to practice and build and grow our faith. So that's your daily dose for today. Get down below. Let me know how this resonated with you. If you're not part of our Success God's Way community, please get on over there. We had a fantastic weekly dose live last night about consistency, which was awesome. And then if I can hold your hand through this process, whether it's through, taking back your health and finding an additional stream of income to build wealth, or walking success God's way as your business coach, I'd love to have that opportunity. So just let me know. Have a fantastic Monday. See ya.